Hello, YouTube and beekeeping fans alike. Today is September the 28th, 2019. It's week number 4 for my first hive. I'll give you a little recap. I picked the bees up at a nuke, let them settle for like 3 days, maybe 2, and then moved them over to the 8-frame nuke. First week inspection after the move revealed that my queen was gone. Second week, I had at least 6 queen cells, possibly as many as 8. The week after that, all the queen cells were gone, and they had pretty much modified it back into regular comb, and none of the queens had returned. So this past week, week 3, when I still didn't have a queen, I purchased one from Salt and Pepper Farms up in Montpelier. We added her to the frame and left her there for a couple of days. This past Tuesday, I uncorked it, let her out, because they weren't trying to kill her. So today, we're out here to find out if she's busy, if we've got any eggs. That's probably all we should see. They haven't had time to pupate yet, so let's open her up and see what we've got. I'm still experimenting with my camera equipment. I'm back to using my phone again because I haven't gotten anything done with my SD card. You know how you get busy and things don't get done. So we're going to give them a little taste of smoke. I don't hear the roar that I heard last week. So if there's no roar, let's hope we're queen right. Give them a little smoke. Crack our lid here, give them a little more. Also going to check on our pollen patty we put in last week. That was probably my first mistake. May have been moving them to the deep frame too fast. Second definite mistake I made was putting out enough pollen patties for like, I don't know, 10 hives. We remedied that on the video last week, and we put out a much smaller amount. So hopefully we are not going to have an issue with the pollen patties. And it looks like I put out about the right amount for a week would be the first strip. It's completely gone. All right, the second strip is completely gone. And the third strip is almost gone. There's maybe a fourth of what I put on there. So now I have a good idea of what they can consume in about a week. Hopefully I can make another video today if things go well. I'm going to build a pollen patty feeder. I'm not too keen on putting all the patties on the frames here. I only have the one hive, so I'm going to make a small box that I'm going to set probably about 10 or 15 feet away to let them work that like a real pollen supply. Take out our first frame here. Now our queen, like I said, hopefully she's been busy and we have some eggs to find today. Our comb on this frame is drawn out about twice what it was last week, so they are making good use of the sugar water I'm feeding them, which I refilled again today. They're sucking down a Gatorade bottle about every 2.5 days. Let's get this one broke loose. This looks like it's going to be a heavy frame. They've really been working that sugar water. Wow. We have lots of bees, lots of honey. This frame is 2/3 honey that's been capped, and they've put in some pollen. So we got a little bit of bee breed going on here. But they are very, very busy bees. Now the next frame is the one we put the queen cell on for them to get to know her, as John Lovitz would say. Get to know me. So we will be removing that box, and hopefully we'll be finding a queen that's busy laying. All right, box is empty. So let's look for queen bee. They've loaded up plenty of pollen in here, and if you can see right here in the corner, they're making another queen cup. I'm not sure what we would get out of that if I don't have a queen to lay an egg in it. Probably a big fat drone, but that usually doesn't happen. And we got another queen cell started over here. So we may not get a queen today. This is disappointing. Let's see what we've got on the other side. Lots of bees, lots of honey, some pollen. Again, they filled this about 2/3 with honey, and they're busy putting in possum bee there with actually pollen on it. So they've been out foraging. They're getting some food sources from somewhere. Could be just the patties I put on here, but that looks like a regular pollen sack. This next frame is really full of bees too. All right. We have a nice place for where we should have eggs, but we've got a lot of honey stores at the top, and they're filling it in around the sides, leaving that core open for the queen. Same thing on this side, and I am not seeing. I was hoping she'd be on this frame. No queen. Now, seeing how this is a new hive, have not seen any indication of varroa mites or hive beetles. I'm going to look at the sticky board today, see if we have any dead mites. If there are, I will probably treat them. Because definitely don't need a bunch of mites going into winter. That would be very bad. And the other thing is we don't have any drone brood. So that's their favorite place to hang out and reproduce is in a drone cell. No queen on this side. Lots of honey. We've got a core open and no queen. Damn, looks like I might be adding another queen. Keep your fingers crossed. We got two, well, we got one more to go. The other one doesn't look like we've got any activity on it. But like I said, I'm not hearing the queenless roar today, which is, I thought was a good omen. Not very many bees on this frame. This was a new frame when I set it in. You can see how much comb they've drawn out since I put this one in. They filled a little bit along the top here, maybe a third, which is pretty good. Well, looks like I'm striking out again. I'm not sure why they're uncapping that. That's quite odd. You got about 8 bees right there around 2 cells, and they're taking the cap off of it for some reason. So I have struck out once again. This is disappointing to say the least. I had high hopes I would have some new eggs today. But these frames are filling up quite fast. But we need to not fill them up completely, or my queen won't have any place to lay when I get one that will do her job. You know what I think? I think I'm going to put my partially drawn frame in between here. Maybe we'll work on this one a little more in the meantime. Alright, time to put the lid back on. I'm seriously disappointed that we don't have a laying queen. They don't seem to be using the top entrance like I've seen them on other hives, but these guys are not. Well, the hive's not completely full, but they're going strong. I'll give them that. Put our top cover back on. We have a dead ant. Looked like a spider got to him. But I didn't see any ants in the hive either. Pull our board out, take a look. See what we got here. A hive beetle. That's fantastic. And the little bastard just flew off. Mostly pollen, but no dead mites. So it looks like I will be investing in a beetle trap. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a beetle barn or which way I'm going to go. I'll probably get the type that sits in the top of the frames. People seem to like those a lot, probably because they work. But I hear beetle barns work real well too. All right, that'll be it for today. Like and subscribe and share. Maybe we can get more people to into beekeeping. And hopefully I can get to making that pollen patty feeder box today. If not, definitely intend to have it done sometime this week. See you later.